Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambi Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam103. As you may remember, Yama's Ganas went back to him and said we weren't allowed to take Ajamil. And Yama explained to them that it was because he was doing bhakti yoga at the time of his death. He was saying the name of the Lord. It's the greatest dharma to be practiced by a person. By pronouncing it just once, see how Ajamil was saved from me and the deserts of his sins. Constant thought of the Lord is not just the destroyer of sins, it also grants mukti, moksha, release from the bondage called karma. Those who are ever devoted to the Lord can easily be recognized. They will be even-minded. They will not be troubled by the opposites. They will have tranquility, and they are always protected by the armor, which is the Lord's name. I'm telling you, you should never even go near such people. Your victims are only those who have become so involved in the pleasures of the world that they have no thought for other things. They are caught up in the web of Maya, woven by love for spouse, children, for home, for wealth, and for pleasure. Bring to me the person who has never once pronounced his name, whose ears have never once heard the stories of the Lord. Remember, the Lord's name is powerful enough to destroy all great sins. Penance, tapas, vratas, and other forms of self-denial do not grant people so much grace. In future, remember the devotees of Narayana are exempt from punishment by me. Ajamil, in the meantime, released from the clutches of death, fell at the feet of his saviors. Before he could speak, they vanished from his sight. Ajamil had heard all the words spoken by the participants of the discussion. Ajamil was filled with repugnance when he thought of the life he had been leading till then. He spoke to himself, I have been a great sinner. Because of my submitting to the temptations of the flesh, I have descended so low. All good people hate me and censure my behavior. I abandoned my young wife and my aged parents who should have been cherished by me and honored to the end. It is true that I have been a great sinner, but then I have had the good fortune to see the servants of the Lord. I must have performed some good actions in my previous janma, or else this would never have happened to me, or else this sinful tongue of mine would not have had the sense to speak the name of the Lord. What a distance there is between that holy word and me, a hateful sinner of the worst type. Now that I have been given a second chance, now that the Lord has assured me my sins are all burnt up, I will live a new life. I have been granted a new lease of life, and I will try to use it profitably. I will fight ignorance. I will try to shed the bondage of karma. I will be friendly toward all human beings. I will be at peace with myself, and I will realize myself from this world of sin by my efforts. Because of his momentary contact with the good, Ajamil was able to practice renunciation. He became a great devotee of Narayana. He had no attachments. He reached the banks of the river Ganga, and there he meditated on the Lord. He was so sincere and so eager that soon he was able to find freedom from the bondage called the human body. Once again, he saw the same servants of the Lord whom he had seen before, and he greeted them with a bowed head. His body fell lifeless on the river bank, and Ajamil became one with the Lord. 67. Daksha's descendants. Daksha, the son of the Prachetasa brothers, married Ashikni, and they had 60 daughters who have been responsible for the population of the world during the Manvantara. Of these girls, 10 were given to Dharma, 13 to Kashyapa Prajapati, 27 to Chandra, the moon. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.